react. It's a two-stage process. What that means is the initial application, which you get from our website, is a fairly limited document. We're not asking for a business plan. If we get hundreds of bids, then we can't cope with lots and lots of information. You have to think about it, yes, but it all has word limitations. We say you put 200 words in this box and 500 words in this box, and you must stick to those. You might want to, and people try to. They give us a full business plan or a feasibility study. We throw it away. The first stage is a competition based solely on what you put on our application form. It's like taking you back to school. We feel like the schoolmaster actually. We have a marking scheme, it's published. We tell you what percentage marks you will earn from this, that and the other. And we mark you solely on what you've written on that piece of paper. So you have to do it very well. What do? Every one of those applications we receive is marked independently by 3 different people. And we collate the marks, and we work out the average marks, and the best proposals are taken to an independent investment committee, not us, who are paid separately and appointed by others, and they make the decision about which of those will go forward and be selected to move to the second stage. It's a very transparent process. Unfortunately, our contract requires us to write back to everyone that applied and tell you why you didn't win, if you didn't win. And if you can imagine, we do enjoy writing 290 bad luck letters and tell you why you didn't win. Please don't come back to us if we've written you a nice standard letter that says you've got a wonderful project, but unfortunately you didn't win because of it. Please don't come back to us and ask us to go into detail. If we have 290 people coming back every time saying, I want full detail of why I didn't win, you will understand why that is a little tricky. However, we do respond to you, and every competition that we're running so far has a second round, so if you don't win first time, you do have some feel from us as to why you didn't win, and you can have another go next time. That's how it works. Fill in the initial application form, we make an assessment, it goes to the investment committee, they decide which ones they like. Those ones are shortlisted, generally in each competition about 40, and then they go to a business plan stage. At the stage of business plan, we engage with you fully. We visit you, we do due diligence, we discuss your business idea, we discuss the business plan that you have to produce, we talk through all kinds of issues about development impact and environment and all kinds of things, and it becomes a real engagement process with you. However, it's still a competition. Not everybody wins. Of about 50% tend to win at that stage, so your chances are pretty good if you can make it through to the business plan stage. Okay, what you've all been waiting for, save it up to last, what's actually on offer here? For the 2 competitions that we have available to Rwanda, that's commercializing agricultural research, that is the renewable energy competition, we provide a minimum of $250,000 and a maximum of $1.5 million of basically grant money to the private sector. That's quite a good offer. We provide it either as a straight grant or as a repayable grant. Oxymoron, a repayable grant, we're not supposed to call them loans, and I've got loans up on the screen and it shouldn't be there. Repayable grants, because AGRA can only give grants as a grant-giving body, they're repayable grants, which equals loans, but they are interest-free. So what we have on offer is straight grant and interest-free loans. Those loans can be over a period of 5 to 6 years. Extremely soft money. Just to finish. If you want our money, you must match our money at least 1-to-1. If you want $1 million from us, you must put up $1 million of your own money to match it, at least. If you put up $2 million or $3 million to match our $1 million, you're much more likely to win. We offer grants and loans. You may ask for 100% grant, if you wish. You may ask for 100% loan. It's competition time again. The companies that ask for more loan are more likely to win than those that just ask for a grant. They're all part of the competitive game. I'm going to stop there. I've spoken, as usual, for far too long. Just to say, we believe this is a really exciting opportunity for Rwanda. We will go in later in much more detail so that you can understand some of the detail of what these loans and things mean. Don't worry about that. What we want to see is lots and lots of good proposals coming from the Rwandan business community. We would like to see Rwanda where it should be. It prides itself with having one of the best business environments in this part of the world. You as a nation, you moved up in the rankings in terms of doing business faster than any other country in the world last year. If the business environment is that good, I'm expecting that this is going to be a fantastic country to do business in, and that we're going to get lots of great bids from Rwanda. I'm going to stop there. Thank you very much for listening to me, and may I wish you all, the private sector, the very best of luck with your applications, and I look forward, particularly with my team, to reading exciting new business ideas coming from Rwanda. Thank you very much.
Thank you for that detailed and interesting presentation. Many of you who know the African rural setup, like me, know that this project is quite interesting because there is so much that it can help our rural people. Access to electricity and so on is usually a challenge. So I'm getting excited, and I hope you also across here are getting excited to see that there is an opportunity that now we can tap into and help our people to advance. And so just bring also the government perspective, because business is there, yes, but we need an enabling environment.
Head of DFID Rwanda, Madame Elizabeth Karia, Director of ACF, Mr. High Scott, members of ACF, leading representatives from business, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. It's a great pleasure for me to represent the Ministry of Infrastructure to this important function, and wish to welcome you all to the launch of the African Enterprise Challenge Fund, Renewable Energy and Adaptation to Climate Technologies Competition. Let me start by setting the current energy context in Rwanda. By far, the greatest sources of energy in use in Rwanda today are traditional biomass fuels including wood, fuel, and charcoal, upon which 85% of the population relies for cooking needs. Rural lighting needs are predominantly met by kerosene, incurring a disproportionately high percentage of household expenditure and having dangerous public health impacts. National electrification rates are estimated at only 80% and rural electrification at 1%. Despite the strides that our government has made in mini hydro, solar and renewable biomass energy, much of rural people is not close enough to the grid to enable viable connection, given the high infrastructure costs involved. We must strive to make cleaner and safer forms of energy available and affordable to our rural people. ACF React seeks to unleash and harness private sector creativity and capital to do that. It is very clear that we are in a growth era of large numbers of people wanting better access to markets, finance and services. Better provision of primary energy needs, lighting and productive power is a priority of the government and its work towards expanding energy supply. However, as demonstrated by phenomenal growth in the mobile phone industry, it is the innovation and profit motives of the private sector that, if harnessed and unleashed, has tremendous potential to drive and escalate solutions for rural energy development in the country. Rwanda, therefore, has a great deal to offer, and our focus needs to be on finding ways to unlock our potential. With this potential for growth, development, and inward investment, the government of Rwanda welcomes the ACF and business brought in. Today, the ACF Renewable Energy and Adaptation to Climate Technologies window launches a competition for businesses to apply for funding. Challenge funds enterprises such as the ACF are designed to stimulate investment by the private sector in new and innovative business ideas with potential for social benefit. They achieve this by reducing the financial risks related to pursuing those ideas. Through investments like this, ACF seeks to support pro-poor growth and business activity in rural Africa, including Rwanda. The ACF React window seeks out innovative business ideas in the East African community countries, with its first objective of increased access to low cost, clean energy for rural businesses and households. Its second objective is to find innovative solutions that help smallholder farmers adapt to climate change. And its third objective is to increase access to finance or catalyze financial solutions for both clean energy and climate adaptation. Initiatives such as the ACF React window are important opportunities for Rwanda in the areas of energy and climate